everybody. It's May the 25th, 2014. What I want to talk about is how the state-run media has been pushing this um pushing this mass shooting, and the reason that they're promoting the mass shooting is so that they can have some kind of fake justification to disarm people. And to be truthfully honest with you, the reason these mass shootings get so far out of control is because we're disarmed as we are. If it was more open carry, if there was more leniency, if people didn't have to worry about every kind of stipulation and technicality that's being imposed by the fake government, then people would walk around with guns on their hips. That'd be pretty commonplace. It'd be like the old days, you know, the Wild Wild West. Imagine how far a mass shooting would get in the Wild Wild West. I mean, seriously, just think about it. It wouldn't be fun anymore. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be, oh, this man, they're gonna remember me, and and you get these kids and they got these problems and stuff, and they get all these irrational thoughts going in their head. And then the next thing you know, they're wanting to be remembered for something because they're pissed off. And they're all on Prozac, and the Prozac is 90% fluoride, just like a so-called sadness pill that was given by Nazi Germany originally was 90% fluoride. And I really don't want to get into all the fluoride stuff right now, but, alongside, fluoridating the water supply of Nazi Germany. A lot of these mass shootings go hand in hand with Prozac, and what I don't hear enough in the media is this fact that Prozac is 90% fluoride. I mean, Alex Jones talks about Prozac sometimes being bad, but he doesn't talk about the 90% fluoride. And when Jim Mars came on and brought it up, he just said, yeah, he knew it was true, but he doesn't talk about it. And I think that's a pretty big deal. I mean, it is poison. I mean, the FDA has ruled it is poison. Do not put it in the water supply. It's done illegally. We're living in a nightmare. And I'm telling you, it's gonna get like Mad Max. What I'm basically saying is that things get out of control. Next thing you know, you're looking like Mexico with nothing but mobs of people like the movie Mad Max, just taking people and just killing them. I mean, just crazy shit, and thriving on this black market. And the entire war on drugs is nothing but a lie. I mean, come on. And that's like, man, I'm so tired of talking about the war on drugs, man. It's gonna just and nobody wants to talk about it, so you never hear about it. And so I talk about it, and nobody listens to me. And nobody clicks on my videos because nobody wants to hear it. And I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to talk about it either, to be honest with you. I'm tired of it. But people are being, this country has more people locked up than the entire country of China has locked up. And we got 1 billion fewer people than they do. Does that not seem like a problem? Does that not seem like a problem? This is a nightmare. Okay. And anyways, I can't remember where I was going with all this. It's just a nightmare thinking about the bureaucracy of, people pouring fluoride in the water, and you got fluoride pills, and God. And I listen to these videos sometimes and I just sound bonkers because I start off on one subject and I just go from one thing to another. And I never remember where I was even going with everything. I mean, and sometimes I think it's not really my fault. It's because there's so much crap going on. And I'm like, oh yeah, and then they're just poisoning everybody. And I was like, well, wait a second. What the hell was I just talking about? Oh yeah. So yeah, there it is. They want to disarm people. So they're promoting this shooting all day long. Shooting, the 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 shooting. You know, because there was a shooting. You know, and here they are ordaining mass shootings through drug prohibition. Drug prohibition. This, let me be clear. You can't prohibit usage of drugs. Okay, I'm sorry for laughing. I mean, I don't know if that's not a real thought to you yet or not. Oh man, it's like I'm starting to feel like Galileo when he said the Earth was flat or round, or whoever said that. It's like the Earth was round, and everybody was like, "Kill him!" You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Dude, it's slavery." You know, it's slavery. You know, and they're like, "Kill him!" He said it was slavery. You know. it's, it's like Jesus Christ. It's like, you know, it's like he was raising people from the dead. He was giving us profound wisdom and working miracles. Kill him! You know, it's like, man, this planet is sick, man. And I gotta be honest with you. I hope the best for you when you come to meet God, but I don't think that it's gonna be that great for a lot of you. I mean, some of you really are useful idiots. Maybe you'll make it in. Anyways, I'm done with that. But the point of this story is that the truth of the matter is that when they want to disarm people, it's because they feel like they have power over you like that. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, because at the end of the day, if the world's destabilized, we're all dead. And I mean, you just can't win. They just cannot win. I mean, imagine just the United States falling to pieces. Imagine third world countries just invading the United States simultaneously, and nobody has any weapons, and they just bomb us to hell, and this entire country just deteriorates and just evaporates and just is gone. And then that kind of goes on around the whole world, and we got all these nuclear weapons everywhere. And I mean, and then it turns into Mexico, where actual gangs run the entire country, and they're taking people in tourist vans, and they're just taking them off the side of the road, and they're just taking them out in pits and making them fight each other to the death for enslavement, for fun. And they've just displaced entire countries or entire cities. The entire economy shut down because all the restaurants are shut down because just the violence is just crazy, and people are just getting shot and mass murdered everywhere. And just imagine the entire food supply of the world being interrupted to the point where nothing can function anymore. And boom, all of a sudden you hear boom, boom, boom. All the lights go off. Where the hell they've been off. And it's just a big flash of white, and everything's gone. I mean, that's where this is going. Um, and the reason I say that is because why did Japan not invade the United States in World War II? Because we have guns. That's what the main general said. Because they have guns. That's why we can't invade them. Do you know what happened to the other countries around the world? Do you know why we had to go rebuild those countries? Because we were the only one that was left standing. I mean, I hate to explain this to you like this, but they got nuclear bombs dropped on them, and B-52 bombers just literally just bombed those countries to nothing. There was nothing left. I mean, not only did we go in there and just round up mass millions of people and exterminate them, and then 45 Russians died. There was probably nuclear weapons going off on the Russian front. A lot of people think there's definite evidence that we got the nuclear weapons technology from the Nazi Germany, which was the first world country at the time, the most advanced civilization on Earth at the time. Technology, everything. And so it's like this cop the other day asked me, well, other countries around the world, we got it good over here. And I'm trying to explain to her, you're in this room because somebody said they smelled marijuana. Now you got cops coming in here. Now you got narcotics detectives. And I sat here, just look at the description, how much information I have in there. And I sat there and just went through almost the entire thing for 2 hours, just nothing but statistical information. I don't know how I had it all on the fresh on my head like that. But anyways, and I go, ma'am, do you know that Nazi Germany was the first country in the world to have a microchip? The first country in the world to have televisions? And they were the wealthiest country in the world, and they straight up turned into an extermination system. And there's no way in hell you can ever argue to me that because a country is wealthy that their judicial system makes any sense whatsoever. And you can also tell me that it's not coming straight to the ground. But they disarmed their population first. Okay? And there's been conjecture as to whether or not they ever actually did disarm their population. Some mainstream news sites have come out and said, "Oh, they didn't. They didn't disarm their population. They didn't disarm." They had a gun registry in effect before 1933 when the Gestapo took effect, or anyways prior to, or it went in effect in 19. The hell, I don't remember. It's been a while since I read that book. Anyways, the point of the story is that the gun registry was in effect, and as a result of the gun registry, they round up guns. That much is true. Okay? And to be honest with you, they may not have even had to take those people's guns. I mean, look at what's going on in the United States. I mean, they don't even have all our guns, and hell, people just let the Gestapo rake them into enslavement behind marijuana excuses, fake excuses. That the end justifies the means. Call the weak-minded who depend on marijuana from the herd. How many times has that worked out in human history? The end justifies the means as an argument. Well, let's see. In Nazi Germany, it didn't work out too well. I mean, they took millions of people and exterminated them. I mean, you'll take that. You'll take being kidnapped. I mean, behind all the statistics as far as what has it done to the judicial system, just in terms of how can we even churn out real prosecutions on crime. And it's really a side point because it's like what you do in the privacy of your own house. And I've said this so many times. I'm so sick of it. What you do in it's like your business is and it's pathetic, man. It's pathetic. It's really, I shouldn't even have to sit here and talk about it. This is too pathetic. This country is nothing but a waste. There's nothing left. Sorry. Anyways, the point of the story is that they can't turn out a decent prosecution rate due to this. They can't. I mean, homicides to the roof. Yeah, it is. It really is. Drug use is up. And that's by every metric that the states of these countries can afford, and ours as well. Even the Drug Enforcement Administration says drug use is up. So hey guys, we got mass shootings going on every day, drive-by shootings, everything else. The state ordains it, the media won't talk about it, but hey, one guy shot some people, and we need to take your guns too. That's what they did in Nazi Germany, and you can check out my video, Ron Paul and FEMA camps. There's extermination camps and coffins all over this country.